Hello everybody, welcome back to Evolve. We're going to be on main today, as you may tell by the smile in my voice. I love playing as Goliath, is my favourite monster. So we are on the Dam. It is Rogueval, Tech Hank, Griffin and Markov. We're going to go with Carnivore on this one actually, we will stick with this one. One of my favourite skins as well. Very nice. Traversal cooldowns is always the pick I go for. Tech Hank's the weakest support in the game, as I always like to mention. He loses a lot of shield value for not the greatest of orbital trade-offs. I really don't know what they were thinking with him, but he exists. Basically his shield's on a recharge rather than it just being instant like regular Hank. Rogueval is an aura-based healer as well. So you can chain beam heals to other hunters who are nearby. I think Rogueval is slightly better than Vanilla Val, but yeah, in terms of you know, different types, I'd say that Tech Hank is a downgrade from regular Hank. Those boys are going to stay down there, that's perfectly fine. I'll use that for the traversal. And proceed to not fucking reach my intended targets. There we go. So if this is your first time, welcome. This is how ASIMs should be made. We'll get onto that as the game goes on. It's just a little joke, not so joke, that I always like to throw in here and there in my videos when, you know, what we've got in this genre at the minute speaks for itself, honestly. But if you are new, welcome. I will explain briefly what the hell is going on the screen. So we're playing as the monster, we're playing as the 1 in this instance. Monsters start off weak at stage 1, which is what we are at the moment. This man's going to try and disturb me, so he shall perish. So you start off weaker at stage 1. This is where you need to be running from the hunters, and presently they are on the way, which is what them health bars are. So we'll get a bit of a move on. But yeah, so at stage 1 you're weaker than the hunters. Once you get to stage 2, which is what we're about to be, we will be on a level playing field and we will be able to go in for fights more reliably. Then we get to, after this, the stage 3, which is where you get a massive power spike. You are stronger than the hunters. That's not to say that it's impossible for the hunters to win at that point, but it's pretty damn hard, and it's supposed to be. As I say, this game was, you know, it was made in an era where we didn't just cater to people whining on the Steam forums. We actually made a fun game, and as a result, you know, you get a great experience, which is hopefully what you will find here as we go through this. I'm gonna finish eating this, and then we will get into an engage, depending on where they are coming from. Here we go. So one crouch, bit of a stealthy stealth. Tried to hit the Griff, didn't quite do it. There's a bit of synergy between Griff and Hank there because he can hold me down. I'm just being very mindful of this beam at the moment. Did actually get that, nice. As I always like to mention, though, is where you can see all the animations and the attention to detail that's been put into this game. This was from an era when we were still actually putting effort into games. There we go. I would like to get Griff. So Griff in this instance is the trapper, so he's the one that's got this big dome thing down on us. If we down Griff, then the dome will deactivate and we will be able to be free, which is something I am seriously considering to do, considering I have now lost my armour. So when monsters lose armour, they start taking permanent damage, which is the red bar. You can't really heal that back. The only way you do is by evolving, and if it exists in the map, getting the tyrant buff. Otherwise you can't actually, you know, heal HP back, so I will take cooldowns actually. Hurts a bit to lose move speed, but in terms of this on Goliath it's very good. So what I am going to do here is I'm going to go in for another fight before we go for the evolve. I'm going to hold it, because I would like to get just a couple more strikes. Strikes being those little white squares at the side of health bars. Those occur when you get a hunter down. Maybe actually managed to get that. They're all clumped together at the minute, which is very nice for me, because I can do that. They did actually dodge, never mind. Lol, lol. Get the fuck off me. That actually, I thought I'd overshot that with a flick there, but it was... I'm immediately quite terrified, actually. Let's get out of that beam. So we're going to immediately go for Griff in this instance. Use this one, so we can get out of this dome. There it is. We will get out in this instance. I think we'll probably go to stage 3 now. You know, it's debatable on whether going in like that's a good idea, but I like to, because it does get us more strikes and it can help us at stage 3. As I say, stage 3 isn't always guaranteed a win, but you know, you are a lot stronger by that point in the game, so I don't actually want to be here during the evolve, because this is the relay area, which is up there. So the hunters are going to be coming this way anyway, because usually when you go to stage 3 the hunters will retreat to the relay, which is that place, so we'll grab it here. So this is a breath of fresh air. Obviously if you're coming from other ASIMs and you've ever played as the one in those and you've, you know, immediately thought, oh shit, I'm not the power roll here. A certain game is heavily being implied here, but you know, we won't mention it, but yeah, you'll see what the power roll actually fucking looks like and why this game is so much fucking better, because it didn't, you know, it didn't hold back, basically, is what you'll soon see. That said, you know, it might not be a complete wipe as we go in here, but you'll see by agency how much of a threat and a presence we actually are now. Because back in the day, when a monster reached stage 3, this was your reward as the monster player. So quite a few games didn't actually go all the way to stage 3. A lot of monsters either won or died at stage 2. So once you get to this level, the fun begins. You know, you've earned your reward, and the devs were winking at you, so to speak, because you're about to see what the power roll looks like. I would like to grab that, thank you. So obviously Griff is a little bit defenseless in this instance. That's Griff down. We actually land that, nice. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's inevitable, I'm gonna mention it, but you know, when you're running around in circles and you know, you're getting pallets dropped in your face and being fucking, your enemies being carried by iframes and shit like that, tell me that this isn't a fucking monumentally better experience as a power roll. It's very fucking painful to have to just play Dead by Daylight like it's a good game these days, when, you know, this has been left to rot. Something that actually gives you a sense of power. Like, I'm literally playing as a AAA endgame boss here for 4 other people, or would be 4 other people. Obviously this is a bot, but you know, you get the idea. There it is. But again, stage 3 is your reward, as I said earlier. Like, it doesn't always go to stage 3, but it's once you get to that phase as the monster, that's basically your victory lap, so to speak. But you know, sometimes I'd say probably about a 70% win rate on stage 3 monsters in that particular situation, but it's because the game rewards the one. It doesn't go out of its way, and I'm using Dead by Daylight as a comparison because that's the only other ASIM we've got. I'm not just purely hating on DBD in all my videos just for the sake of it. I just find it shit compared to this, because it doesn't... As the killer in DBD, you're not the power roll. You really aren't. Like, you basically running around in circles waiting for your supposed, you know, subservient player, the one that's supposed to be weaker than you, to make a mistake. That's not the power roll. The only thing that does make you feel like a power roll in DBD is once you've actually got somebody on the hook and then you actually start camping. And obviously that's a negative playstyle, because then you have somebody held in a certain place and they can't do anything about that. So that's the power roll there. But the actual chasers in DBD, you're not the power roll. They've got 6 million fucking ways of getting out of every situation. They're survivors. Here, once you reach stage 3, they fucking reward you for it, and you are a monster. You're an absolute fucking unit. You can wipe teams. That. I know it's like a negative experience for like the hunters maybe, but you just need to fucking get on with it. Do you know what I mean? And get over it. That by the time the monster reaches stage 3, you didn't do your job. You lost. That's what this game was like, and it didn't hold back. It didn't give the enemy 6 million fucking second chances and crutches to get out of the situations they put themselves in. Anyway, there's a rant for another game. Anyway, I'm just gonna throw that in there because obviously it's just something that pops into my head every now and then. But as far as I'm concerned, this is how you do the power roll. It through and through, it is. Because you are actually a consistent fucking threat throughout the whole game. DBD, you're not a threat. You're really not a threat. The only way you're actually a threat is if you fucking tunnel people, and even then, you're not guaranteed to win. So, it speaks for itself, honestly, but there it is. I hope you've enjoyed anyway, from the gameplay standpoint, as I say, and yeah. I will hopefully see you for more, if I've not scared you off with the ranting. It just happens in some of the videos, because obviously we've lost this game and that one still exists, but, it is what it is. And I'm not saying, like, that game shouldn't exist, it's just that, why doesn't this one exist as well? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know, from my perspective, this game is infinitely fucking better, but what do I know? Anyway, I will leave it at that before we get any more heated. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. Bye.